In this video, we're going to go over the 3 sum formulas in Excel: SUM, SUMIF, and SUMIFS. To use the sum formula, type the word sum, a parenthesis, and then select the range that you'd like to add. The cell will now reflect the total of all the cells that you selected in your range. The SUMIF function is used if you'd like to sum the cells in a range, but only if a certain condition is met. To use the SUMIF formula, type SUMIF and then a parenthesis. You'll notice below your formula, Excel will tell you what inputs it needs. In this example, it needs a range, a criteria, and then a sum range. The range is the cells that you want Excel to look in to see whether the condition is met or not. In this condition, red is our criteria, and range is our group of colors. The last input is the sum range, which will be the range that you want to sum based on your criteria. Now I'm going to drag this formula down to get our total gallons of red, green, and blue. Now when I go to double check these formulas, I didn't use my absolute reference, so it's not referencing these cells up here. And instead of putting $signs individually, I can highlight this whole range and click F4 to make it absolute really quickly. And I'll do the same with our sum range. Now when I drag it down, you'll see that our sum range and our criteria range all match. If I wanted to, I could type the word blue instead of referencing the cell. That would also give us the same value. Excel allows you to sum on multiple conditions using the SUMIFS formula. That's the one with the S. Again, Excel is telling us what we need, but it's in a slightly different order. First, it needs the sum range instead of our criteria range. Next is our first criteria range, which is our color, and I want it to be red, so I'm going to tab over. And I'm going to put another comma to put another criteria range, which in this case is the floor. I'm going to tab up to tell it that I want my criteria to be the basement. And when I press enter, it'll tell me that I need 6 gallons of red paint in the basement. I can get the same calculation for the first and second floor by dragging this formula over. If you don't know what all the $signs mean in these formulas, check out our video on cell references to understand the difference between relative references and absolute references. Now I'm going to drag it down to check to make sure it's calculating correctly. And yep, it's still calculating blue and basement, and our reference cells did not change. Now actually, instead of dragging the cell down for each column, I'm going to select the top row and drag all of it down to change all my formulas at once. Checking our formula in cell F22 shows us that it does in fact reference the blue color on the second floor using all of our correct ranges up top. And that, friends, is SUM, SUMIF, and SUMIFS. If you got value out of this video and want to learn more Excel hacks, be sure to hit the subscribe and notification buttons to be alerted each time a new video is posted, and so I can help you work smarter and not harder.